Welcome to Community with Kevin and Manny. How's it going, everybody? And welcome to Community. My name is Kevin, and we have made it to episode number 7. I have Manny here with me. What's up, Manny? How's it going?
What up, Kevin? How's everything, man? It's going good. It's cold
Every-
out here, man.
Everything's going good, and yeah, it's been cold. Here where I live, it's been raining all day. What about where you're at?
Shit, anything under fucking 76, I'm cold. I don't care where you're at. Uh,
Y-
I wear two pants. I wear two sweaters. Fucking wear a beanie. I don't care.
I think what makes it worse is that we're not used to it. So whenever we get that little bit of rain, we go a little crazy. But you know what? We have a pretty good show today. We have 4 guests for today. We have Cheezy, who is the person in charge of Caliclassicsco, and then we have Kylo as well. Let's start off with Kylo. Welcome. How's it going? How are you?
Yo, what's going on, guys?
You
Doing
know,
pretty good.
it's good to have you because like we were talking on earlier and you were saying that this is like the first time that you really talked to G's like well, not face to face but I mean through a Zoom call at least, right?
Yeah, I mean, to me, this is face to face because you guys are like 1,000 miles away. Outside of Bruce, yeah, you guys are like the first ones that actually get to hear my voice.
That's awesome, man. We're happy to have you. And then Cheesy, welcome. How's it going?
What it do? What it do?
You know what? So we're gonna go ahead and get started from here and Kylo, you know what? We know that you don't live in LA, you live in Chicago, right? How was it that you became a Galaxy fan?
All right, so I'm gonna be like honest. Like I used to not care about the MLS whatsoever. I was strictly, I watched a lot of European ball, specifically Barcelona. That's my team. But I started coaching here in the States. Like I started coaching here in my town in high school, and I was just like, well, if I'm gonna coach, I should probably like watch homegrown soccer. So that the year that I became a coach, I ended up driving down to Atlanta with some homies to co-catch an Atlanta game. So we drove 10 hours, and that was super fun. The fans were cool, but it just didn't feel right because I didn't know anybody outside of my cousin and my 2 friends. I didn't really know anybody. So we were there for the weekend. We came back, and during all this, I was still friends with Bruce. And Bruce was always like, "You should just be a G's fan. You should just be a G. Watch the LA Galaxy." And then I think the first game that I watched was they played LAFC, and I tuned into the second half, and from then on I haven't missed a game. So it kind of just turned from me driving down to Atlanta looking for a team to just finding what felt right, which was with you guys. And Bruce and Smarts was like the first 2, and Rooney were the first like 3 that got me introduced into the community.
Oh, that's some good stuff right there. And then Cheesy, how was it that you became a Galaxy fan? And also, are you involved with a supporter group?
Yeah, so I got into the Galaxy back in 2014. My first game I ever went to was playoffs, RSL versus LA Galaxy when we won 5-0, I believe. That was my first ever game, and it was just by coincidence. My homie's like, "Hey, my nephew can't make it to the game." I was like, "Do you want to tag along?" I was like, "Oh, sure." Like I've been to plenty of soccer games before, so on my way to the stadium, I was like, "All right, we're cool. Where we're gonna sit?" I was like, "Oh, we're gonna sit right behind goal." I was like, "All right, cool." And looking at my tickets, like I see it like a ticket seat. I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go find my seat." And like, dude, like, what are you doing? You don't find a seat. Fucking just stand on the fucking bleachers and look and find a spot. And sure enough, as soon as I was finding my spot, Donovan with that fucking header in front of me, dog, hooked. I was hooked ever since.
They threw you right into the stands, right?
They just threw. They
They're like,
threw.
hey, what the fuck you looking for, man? It's right here. This is the spot. Don't go nowhere else.
Pretty much, just fuck. I just hear John and fucking Glenn just fucking yelling. I was like, ah, shit. All right, this is my spot right here.
So you've only been with supporter groups, like you like that was your first experience, so you haven't been like anywhere else, basically.
No, I was thrown in
That's
right into
tight.
supporter culture and from was hooked ever since.
Well,
That's
question
really really
now,
cool.
um, Kylo, so it's obviously from Chicago, watching games on TV. How do you hear us on TV as supporter groups? Like, you feel like, hey, I need to be over there. That's a calling for you.
Oh man, dude, I'm just counting down the days when all this COVID stuff is gone because I've seen videos, I've seen stuff on YouTube, I've seen when think before COVID hit, how you guys get crazy in the stands. I'm like excited, but I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys get crazy. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm for sure looking forward to it. And like I said, I've never been a part of something like that. I used to go to the Chicago Fire games here when I was a kid when they were good. Uh, Back in the day, back when I was like 14, when Blanco played, but I wasn't in the supporter group. Like, I didn't even know people cared that much about, teams here in the States until recently with
Well,
the sport growing.
now that you're more in tune with the community based off of Twitter, how do you feel how deep the supporter groups are? And do you have a plan once you come? Like, where you going, who you have to meet, or you have like a whole week, right, planned out?
Dude, I'm going out there for a month, man. There's so many people I want to meet, so many people I want to hang out with. Uh, I mean, I'm excited. I just can't wait to just meet you guys in person and just, crack open a couple, not too much because I don't like to get drunk, but I know like I'm probably not even gonna remember my first game to be honest with you. Like
Any
that's
any
oh,
advice, Cheezy, on his first tailgate or first party at home?
Uh, n- know your limits on how much you can drink.
They're gonna be tested, right? They're gonna be tested everywhere he goes.
Free mezcal shots, fool. First game.
man.
Yeah, some people we've heard some people, on a certain holiday called the Fourth of July, don't even make it inside their state inside the stadium. AKA Chewy, he goes straight to his car and falls asleep there.
That's gonna be a problem because
Ah,
I don't have a
fuck.
car.
You'll find one, dog.
Mhm.
You know what, Kylo? I'm wondering because you mentioned earlier, Rooney, Bruce, and Rudy. How was it that you met them, and who was like the first one that you met, and how did you meet them?
So I was playing FIFA like 2 years ago. This was when my stream was pretty small, and Smarts joined and was chatting it up with me, and he noticed that I had a Chicago Fire scarf, on my chair, and he asked about it, and I was like, oh yeah, like I have it just because I got it for free at a game. Uh, and he was talking about how he had gone to the LA Galaxy versus Fire game. It was here in Chicago when they played when Schweinsteiger was on the team. I was actually at that game. He was, telling me how it was super cold, it was rainy, like the weather was really shitty. And I was like, wait, no way, because I was there too. Um, I don't remember like there being a lot of people because like Fire games are pretty much dead. I think you guys might have been the loudest fans there, to be honest. Because like I said, Fire fans, they're not cutting it. But I was like, oh wait, I was honestly there. That's crazy. And then so I ended up tuning into one of his streams when he was playing FIFA, and I just added him out through Twitch, and then I've been in a couple of his streams, and then I saw that he was watching some guy named Migraines, and so I hit the join now, and it was Bruce was playing Overwatch, I think, at the time, and I ended up following him, and we got in touch, played a couple games together. I think that whole summer we played this game called Battlefront, not Battlefront, Battalion 1944. We were playing for like um like literally every day until he got a girlfriend because now he's caked up and I don't get to talk to him anymore because Tina, takes over the desk and he can't play anymore. But I just started playing with him every day, and then through him I met Rooney, and then one day I just told him, I was like, I want to be a part of the community. So I asked if he could get me in touch with some more supporters, and he tweeted out for me. And literally, I couldn't even keep up my notifications. So many G's were following me left and right. And from then on, I was just like trying to do my best to interact with as many people as I can. So that's how I met them, basically through gaming, to be honest, through Twitch. If it wasn't for Twitch, I don't think I'd be sitting here right now talking to you guys.
It's funny that you mentioned that Rudy was at the Chicago away. G's are very known to travel.
Yeah.
Win or lose, they travel. Last season, before COVID, we had every section for the whole season, at least I think 10 to 15 Gs were going to be their home at away games, like every game, Wednesdays, Thursdays, middle of the week. There was going to be an away support section, and I think we had 9 sellouts in away section, something like that. But before COVID hit, so you know, I it's funny that you met him. That and that story kind of links up with you guys because
Yeah.
I think he talked about that story being one of the coldest away days on their straight from the stands.
Dude, I spent like $200 on blankets because it was so damn cold. I bought hot chocolate like every 2 minutes, and then just the blanket. I mean, everything's overpriced there at the stadium. Back when they played in at that smaller state, Toyota. Now
Yeah.
they play in the city, but yeah, dude, it was freezing. It was raining too. It was my girl's first like professional like sporting event ever, and I took her there because I wanted to see Zlatan because it was when Zlatan had just got into the league, so I really wanted to see him. And I know Schweinsteiger was like rumored to leave very very soon, so I wanted to see him as well because, like I said, I watch a lot of European ball, and so I was like, yo, they're going head to head. I don't care. I went in as a neutral fan, but I mean, it was I couldn't feel my hands. I spent a lot of money just trying to stay warm.
Well, look at it at this point. Now when we play Chicago again and we have the G's going, now you know you have a family over there.
Oh, 100%, dude. Fuck the fire.
Also, hey Cheesy, can you touch on away days? How good are they? From actually, as a fan leaving from LA to a different city and actually, going out there and supporting our G's and going against the other supporter groups, meaning in the stadium chanting and stuff.
The second you get off the plane, you're already in party mode. You're straight off. You hit the bar at the airport. After that, you go to your Airbnb, drop off your shit, go fucking party all fucking night, hungover at the game, and you're still getting fucked up.
Oh no.
What
Hey,
away
no, we
games?
don't. No, we don't do all that, man. We just have fun, man.
No,
Hey,
I've seen videos of
uncensored,
Rooney.
homie.
I've
Uh,
seen videos of Rooney falling asleep after a crazy night.
Cheesy, what away games have you been to? And from the ones you like, those cities that you've been to, which one would you recommend Kylo to make the trip to?
Cincinnati away, dog. I haven't been there, but I heard the straight from the stands story.
The blueberries.
Blueberries,
Blueberries, the
blueberries.
blueberries. I think that was famous. So shout out to blueberries.
I
Nah,
think I've heard
but
this story.
yeah, blueberries is good. Portland away is probably one of the top ones. San Jose away, but you got to go on the ACB bus to get
Heard.
the full enjoyment.
And
Dallas,
do the overnight one. If you do the same day, we've already established that you're a serial killer if you do the same day.
and Houston away because Houston's fucking it's something. Houston something.
You know what? I've been to Portland. That's a trip that I recommend. I've been wanting to go to Houston because I've heard good things about Houston as well. But now let's go ahead and touch a little bit. Kylo, we know you a lot for streaming. How was it that you got started with streaming?
I've been gaming for my whole life. Ever since I was a kid on the Game Boy Color playing Pokemon. But as I got older, like I used to compete in Call of Duty. I actually was my freshman year of college. I was competing at a high level where I was playing against pro players, people that are making a lot of money now. But I couldn't continue doing that because my mom's Mexican, and she was like, "Nah, you can't be traveling because what if you get murdered or something?" That's how my mom thought. But so I ended up going to college. Just stuck to college and soccer because I played 2 years in college. Um, and then when I transferred schools to a school in the city, we had insane internet and I had nothing to do. I didn't really talk to my roommates all that often. I didn't really have too many friends on campus. So what I did was I looked up what I needed to do to stream, and all I needed like for my computer was just OBS, and I hit live. I made my channel, it went live, and no one watched me for like 3 days. And then this one kid tuned in, and he watched every day until like I quit for a year. But yeah, I just kind of just one day was like, oh, let me do this, see what the hype's about. And then, like I said, I quit, and then I came back after I went to a gaming event because I do travel to go to gaming events. and there was one in Chicago. It was a really big one. I was there and I was just sitting in the stands, and I was like, the only difference between me and the people that are playing at a high level is just that they play this game consistently, and I feel like I got a good personality and I'm pretty good at video games. If you ever tune into a stream outside of FIFA, like catch me on Call of Duty, anything that involves a gun, I'm pretty good at. And so I went back home, I bought everything I needed. I literally maxed out my credit card, and I haven't stopped since, and I've been growing on that on YouTube slowly, but it's cool to see just the support, growing every year considering that I wanted to quit at one point.
Hey, Cheezy, do you play any games? Seen your logo has a game.
So I do play video games. I was an amateur player trying to go pro, but never made the cut. Uh, Started off in Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, kind of died out. So I started playing some like role playing, some RPG games. So I started playing Pokemon, started playing Dragon Quest, uh, then like Mario Kart. So video games has always been a part of my life. And now started up my own brand, try to mix a little bit of G's with some gaming, mix the two. We got Cali Classics.
Yeah, I
Go
seen
ahead
that
and
you, you, you
touch a little bit about Cali Classics. What's the idea behind it?
So the idea behind Cali Classics is that I wanted to have something for gamers and made by gamers. So I know that FIFA is, pretty big, and I seen like FIFA pro teams become a big thing. I was like, you know what? I want to make something for these guys. I want to be a part of the gaming community, give back to, what I was trying to do, trying to go pro. And instead of that, just I'm gonna start my own brand for the G's.
yeah, and I see that you're very involved in I mean with the gaming. You're doing a collab with Star Lords and Liga Galaxia. You came out to be a sponsor and award for Liga G. How do you feel being a part of that, and how do they come about to collaborating with them?
For me, it's like an honor. I was like, I never thought that someone would reach out. I was like, hey, I want to collab with you. I was like, oh hell yeah, like first come first serve. Like I'm down to help out any of the G's, any team. Like I want to be there for you guys because you guys are giving it all. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna help you guys out too.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Seeing basically like you say something that's for the G's by a G. But Kylo, you touched a little bit about you quit for a year. What was it that led you to take that break?
Dude, if you guys ever try streaming, like sometimes it's very demoralizing sitting there and not having any, like you're just like playing video games and talking to yourself. And it's very demoralizing when like you're doing it for like every day for 4 or 5 hours and no one's watching. So I ended up quitting because I felt like people owed it to me. Like in my, like at the time I wanted to do it because I wanted to be like famous and you just do that for a living and or whatever. But like what I tell other streamers and stuff is that on Twitch you really can't fake a personality because you're live for so long. So when I quit, I was thinking about it like consistently, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do this again, but I'm gonna go at it with a different mindset. So when I went back to it, I instead of trying to become famous, I was like, I just want to use this platform to play video games and entertain people, but meet people from all over the world. And I've done that, dude. I've met people from like Ireland, Norway, Cali, like you name it. I've have some, someone that watches me almost everywhere at this point. It feels like, but yeah, I mean, it was just basically because I would look up to my second monitor and I would just see like no viewers, no one was chatting. I was my only viewer because I would have myself pulled up,
I know
and
that feeling.
yeah, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna quit. This is dumb. Like, and it was in that mindset that I felt like people like needed to watch me. That I felt entitled to somebody's time, but that's not the case. You gotta just grind it out and put all that set aside. And
But by doing all that, you have a story with a kid, right? That actually, you know, l- made a difference. I don't know if you had a story about that. That you actually made
yeah,
a difference on that kid, and using that platform, you've also created some charity work,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. I'm glad you touched on it. So at the time, there was this kid. It was about like I was like 4 months into it when I had came back. Um, I didn't go live for like a week because I had personal stuff going on. You know, I struggle with like personal issues just like everybody else. So I took a little break, and he messaged me, and he was just like, I don't know if it's because you're busy or whatever. Just not, he just basically sent me a message saying that that he missed my streams, and he just like kind of just broke it down to me in the fact that he basically told me he didn't have many friends in real life, and that he enjoyed my streams because he felt like we had like a little friendship going on, through Twitch and stuff, and that I was making a difference in his life. And when I got that message, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a sappy ass dude. I get really emotional, and that I teared up a bit because I never thought somebody would message me, somebody that I never met, to message me and say like, yo, you know what, like you make a difference in my life. And that one message just kind of made me continue going at it, no matter how many viewers, no matter how many people are talking in the stream, uh, to be consistent. And then with the charity work, my first charity stream was with myself and two other friends, where we raised money for St. Jude's. Our goal was like $800, and we ended up blowing that out. We ended up raising $1,200, so we covered chemotherapy for about like 2 or 3 kids, which was dope because at the time I was a lot smaller when we did that first stream, charity stream, and I never thought I'd raise money, for anything like, of that matter. And then the people that do charity work out in South America, they're pretty tied in with the G's. Avja, they reached out to me. I think it was Bruce made this happen. He texted me and he's like, yo, I have these guys that want to work with you to raise money. They've been hit hard from COVID. And he basically told me what kind of work they do. And immediately I said, yes, I'm a soccer coach. I do anything I can to make the sport affordable for the kids that I coach. I've gone out and bought cleats for them. I paid fees out of my own pocket for kids. And so when they reached out to me, I was like, no, this is, you don't even have to ask me twice. We raised like $700-800, which was enough to get it. Like, that's a lot when it comes to soccer gear. And so, the fact that we did that with the support of you guys in the community, we were able to do that. And
Yeah, I think
that made me go ahead.
I said, yeah. Steve had hit us up that week. I think when you guys made the what agreement, what were you guys gonna do? Hit up like the supporter groups and stuff like that, and we were like, hey, that's awesome that Kylo's doing that.
Mhm.
Somebody from Chicago that's embraced our Galaxy community that's gonna hold a stream, and let's see what we can do to support them. One thing about the G's, like no matter what you're going through, or what brand or what you're trying to do, you will always find a supporting cast.
Oh, no, you're 100% right. Like, you guys came through for both charity streams actually, and like I said, it wasn't even about me at the for both of those streams. It was about helping those kids. And dude, the messages that I got after the second charity stream with Avja from the kids messaging me personally, dude. When I ended that stream, dude, I was crying for like a good 30 minutes because I was just reading, kids messaging me saying that, I'm making a difference in their lives. It was just crazy. So
I think that's when I think you classified as a G card right there. We're like, hey, he embraced our ways with Abja, not just with Abja, but our way of giving back to our community and
Mhm.
soccer community, because you know what I mean. It's very big sport in our like in our world right here for
Yeah.
us. It might not be a big sport for the whole United States, but for us, it's big. It's big. I know for Mexico, for Europe, for Central America, South America is a big sport. So any type of exposure that we can put our G's out there, is all good. Because I'm pretty sure there's new people that were kind of tuning into you, but like, hey, what are you doing with what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's pretty good exposure for us as a fan base, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, nah, you guys are good people. For everybody that I've met, man, you guys are good people. I have nothing bad to say about anybody that I met, up to this point. I love it, man. I'm glad I found a home, with you guys and the G's, because, dude, I love it. It's crazy because, like, I think I own more Galaxy jerseys than I do Barcelona jerseys, and I'm a
That's the right
big
way.
yeah, dude, I'm a big Barcelona fan too.
And
And
you know
I'm
what? Before I started the Galaxy, I was like into just Barcelona, and then once I got into the Galaxy, I'm like, I
it's
don't even have
different,
no more. I
man.
don't even have no more anything. I don't even follow. I don't even. I was like,
Oh, I
no,
still follow. That's
I don't. I don't even
until the
follow
day I
as much
die.
no more. It's just straight up G's. That's
It's
it.
just it's different though, man, because like when I'm watching the game, like I know people, I know people that like personal people that are rooting for the team. So it's a whole different feeling than just, watching the games with my dad, rooting for Barcelona because there's no supporter groups that I know of that, are so interactive here in the States. I mean, it might be different when you go to Barcelona and, that's their team, but it's just crazy seeing like,
But it's funny now because now when you hear the drums, you're gonna know who plays those drums. Cheesy is one of the drummers
yeah, I know, I've
that
seen
used to
some
be
Instagram
drummer,
photos.
and he's taught us, including myself. I know Kevin's been there when we did the first practice, and man, I couldn't hit that drum for nothing. I was like, what the hell am I doing? And big shout out to Cheesy that took his time to like, nah, you got to do this. And then I told Kevin to try, then he quit. I was like, man, it's all up to me now. And then Cheesy took him, Ish, Saul, Lil Apple, everybody in there, took us. We're newbies, but I've never picked up a drum in my life. But Cheesy, being an experienced drummer from his band, right? Cheesy, you have a band. What's your band's name?
So I have a band called Mafia Rusa. So from Anaheim, play ska punk, ska core. Little,
Any
I'm a
Bad
little
Bunny?
famous. Uh, a veces,
Yeah, yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
Get to it, something like that.
All right, Cheesy, do you plan on doing any type of charity work with Cali Classics? Like, do you have any idea, like thinking that you might want to do when the season opens, and we're back to the stadium, or obviously we work with APCHA, so we're very tight with them. Um, they're very cool people.
I have a few ideas. Just gotta find the right people to work with. I know who I want to work with. Just gotta, find what I want to do and what charity I would like to support. So the idea's there.
And then Cheesy, how long have you been drumming at Galaxy Games for?
Galaxy games since 2015. I remember it was a Seattle game. Like it was against Seattle, and Apple wanted to go use the restroom, so there was an open drum. And I remember Ish looking at me. He's like, "Hey, you wanna pick up the drum?" I was like, "Fuck it." Played. That's when my whole, I guess, career playing with ACB, started.
Hey,
Okay.
big shout out to you because at Houston, the opening day, he was like, "Hey man, says a little bit, you're gonna help me out, when I take a break when I gotta use the restroom." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, as long as it's simple, I can fucking do it." This will play the whole game because I didn't even show up. Fuck that. I was like, "Nah, you got this, bro. You got this. I can be your moral support because I'm gonna fuck this shit up and you motherfuckers are gonna yell at me."
I was sore that day, bro. I was tired after I got back to the junkyard, the bar. I dead. My arms are sore as fuck, and then this madre happened.
So you've had experience both drumming at games and not drumming at games. Brun had a question earlier on the chat. He asked, "What do you prefer?" I think it was something along the lines: "Do you prefer drumming at games or just supporting and chanting and jumping and all that good stuff?"
Prefer drumming, honestly. Prefer drumming. Uh, chanting. I have a shitty voice, so I'm the drummer that's quiet, and I'm like, and I just like to see the madness. I drive off the madness, so I see you guys go crazy. I'm gonna start hitting harder.
Yeah.
So I just feed off of you guys.
And just like the being a drummer, like for those that haven't been like in that little section where you guys are at or haven't drummed at a game, how is it like? Are you able to watch the game or do you miss most of the game or how is that?
You don't watch the game. If you're a drummer, you're not watching the game, bro.
I just want to hear it from you because I've heard that, so I want to hear that from you.
Yeah, you're not watching the game. Even when you're at an away game, it's like you have one job. That's drum, bro. You're drumming 24, like the whole 90 minutes plus.
Yeah, we gotta be on tune, man. You gotta look around to see, make sure everybody's on the right page because we don't have no nothing on the board, nothing telling us where, and they're just like, "Hey, next song." Like, what the fuck? All right, which song is next? Come on, tell me which
It's
one.
it's it's different for away games because it's a specific group of people starting the chants. So like if you're at a home game, it's like, oh, we're kind of organized, but away days is like full people are yelling at you like that's not the fucking song. I was like, play louder, play this one, play this one. And I was like,
There's only one fucking drum that he's trying to make that loud.
I'm like, you guys are trying to do like some like Latin chants. I was with one drum. I was like, hey, bro, you can't. That doesn't work out.
Hey, Kylo, so are you ready to hit up the stands? We might do you like a Cosmo wave, when he gets up top, and we might just throw you around.
The
I
crowd
don't know
surf
about
out.
that. Hold on, I don't know about that, dude. I'm a small ass dude. I'm gonna get lunged, bro.
But that's the whole point, because you're small, dude. We're not gonna be able to. I ain't gonna lie, bro. We're not gonna be able to pick up Cheezy, dog. Look at me, bro. I'm about like, fuck. On a good day, fucking 145. Shit, fucking I'll be under Cheezy like, hey man, get
If
up,
I get
bro.
if I get drunk enough, you guys can do whatever.
Word of
Hey,
advice.
relax.
Hold on. Word of advice: do not wear a black shirt and a wiggy, dog. You're gonna have to go shirtless.
Oh,
I
I think they wear
fucked up.
shorts too. So
Oh,
if you have no shirt, you have to wear short shorts or something like that. I don't know. There's certain hidden rules, bro. You need to find out.
you gotta get the memo.
Same thing if you go
I'll make
to
sure to hit up Bruce.
San Jose away and on the bus and you want to use the restroom, be ready to take some shots.
Oh no, to get to the back of the bus D.
To use the restroom.
So use the restroom. Every time you go to the restroom, it's a shot.
Oh no.
Nah, just go in the back and sleep, dog. That's it. Go in the back and sleep.
That's why they. Hey, if you're not an alcoholic right now, you become one, and then you find to be sober. Fuck that, because, TD is what? How long are you sober now?
14 no 14 months
Hey,
sober.
man, good stuff. Congratulations on that, bro. That's
Oh, merci
especially
beaucoup.
especially I know we have a lot of bad influence around you, meaning us.
Nah, you guys are not bad influences. You guys are the perfect influence.
The perfect one of what not to do. Like fuck that. I don't do that shit no more.
Yeah, it's like blueberries. Don't do that. Don't get fucked up and shit yourself.
Or shit in your own stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I know her.
Yeah, Shorty was tripping.
And then Kylo, you know what? Where does the name Who is Kylo come from? Where does that name come from?
I mean, let's see. I had the same gamer tag when I was on Xbox for the longest. It was a weird ass name. I'm not gonna say it because I'm embarrassed about it. But I had that for the
Hold on, can I
longest.
guess it? Can I guess it? Can I guess the name?
Go ahead.
Latin cheeks or something.
Nah, come on, nah. Close, nah. But so when I started competing in Call of Duty at a high level, I changed my name because for whatever reason I changed my name, and then I used that name that I used when I was competing to start my stream. So when I first started, it wasn't Kylo, it was Jiraxi, I believe, and that shit made no fucking sense. I didn't even know what the fuck that was. But I had it, but I couldn't think of anything to call my viewers, because if you're ever on Twitch, streamers call their community something based off of the name that the streamer has. So I didn't know what to like call them after that. So I had just gotten a PlayStation at the time. I switched over from Xbox to PlayStation, and I wanted to change my name completely. And I'm a big Star Wars fan. I'm one of the biggest freaking nerds you'll ever meet, dude. I like Pokemon. I like Star Wars. I like all that stuff. And I've always liked Kylo as a character, so I typed in Kylo and it was taken. So I'm just like putting words together, and I'm just, I don't know what this is, bro. And then my roommate walked by, and he was like, "Wait, who's Kylo?" And I was like, "Bro, that I typed it in, and it was good to go." And I was like, "All right, dude, who is Kylo?" And he was just like, "Well, who is he?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't know." And I just took what he said and ran off with it. I've been thinking about rebranding though, because I want to stray away from like the whole Star Wars thing on Twitch, but I don't know. Everybody knows me as Kylo now. No one calls me by my first name. No one calls me by anything else but Kylo.
Kylo Hernandez. There you go.
Literally,
Shit, fuck it. Just change your name.
I should.
And I think I think all of us may understand the branding thing, because I think with Kevin, with the name for the podcast, we were like, well, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna come up with this.
It's the hardest part, bro. Whenever you're like making something, you're trying to make your own brand, your own podcast. The hardest part is the branding or the name, because if the name doesn't stick, it just doesn't like attract people or whatever. But for whatever reason, Kylo works. People love it. And people know that I'm a big Star Wars fan. So Star Wars fans usually just ask me shit ton of questions. But yeah, I've been thinking of rebranding to what I don't know. I might just stick as Kylo, like as everybody. Like if I change my name, I feel like people are still gonna call me Kylo.
Yeah,
So
we are. Yeah, we are. That's it, bro. Just like we
yeah,
call blueberries. Just like we call that nothing's ever gonna change.
yeah,
And I think for our name, give a shout out to Scott. He helped us out with that name. We were just knocking off back and forth, and then Scott was like, "Why not this?" And then I shouted to Kevin. He's like, "I like it."
dude, it's perfect. I love it.
What about you, Cheesy? Who came up with your name, and how did you come up with your little design and stuff like that? Was it where did you find it out in the shower, at work? You know what I mean? You never know where you're gonna find it, bro. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, there it is. That's the one I like.
So the origins of Cheesy. Um, Cheesy's the nickname came back in 2010 or 2009, back in high school. It was during band camp, and there was another guy named Fernando as well, and they called him Chuck E. Cheese. So they're like giving me nicknames. They were calling him Cheese Ball or Cheesehead, and one of the girls was like, "He's pretty cheesy," because I had cheesy pickup lines back in the day. So they're like, "Oh, you're really cheesy." I was like, "All right." Then people was like, "Yeah, his name's Cheesy." I was like, "Fuck it, Cheesy it is." And then Cheesy stuck ever since.
Yeah, because when I first met you, that's why I met you through Cheesy. I didn't know who
Mm.
Fernando was.
Oh, that's my government name, though. That's
And then where does Cali Classics come from?
the name Cali Classics came from a food stand that I worked at the Honda Center called California Classics. So I was like, that's a cool name. I was like a run-on joke, and that run-on joke ended up becoming the brand that it is today. Because back then it was called Cheesy Clothing Co. And that I was like, nah, that's pretty whack. And then Cali Classics kind of stuck. Hmm.
And then going back, Kylo, to all your streaming stuff, what advice do you have for those people that want to start streaming?
And like, what kind of setup? If you're in a budget, obviously, shit. I could do fucking, the $100 fire tablets, because that
yeah,
works. Shit, but because some people be on a budget, bro, and I'm one of
yeah,
them.
yeah. Well, the first thing I told people is like, number one rule is why are you doing it? Like, if your first answer is to become rich and become famous and become the next ninja, you've already set yourself up for failure.
To go
People,
to the moon.
yeah, to the moon, man. If that's what you're looking to do on Twitch, you're not gonna make it. I don't think anybody who's like famous on Twitch like woke up one day and said, "This, I'm gonna be famous." I'll say it again. It's like if you're gonna stream, you can't fake a personality. You're streaming 6 to 8 hours, and you just can't fake up. Who you are on YouTube. You can on YouTube. You can record whatever you want and pretend to live a lifestyle that you don't live on a daily basis because you get to edit all the shitty stuff. And on Twitch, just be yourself. There's the internet is so big that there's somebody on the internet that'll like find common ground with you based off of personality and stuff. So just be yourself. Do it for the right reasons. Just do it to interact people and just to meet other people from different backgrounds. My biggest advice is don't worry about the numbers. If we're so worried about who's watching and how many people are commenting and stuff, you're just gonna fall into this like depressive state, dude, because you're just like you start questioning yourself and everything that you do. The first time I did it, I was like, I was always looking at the numbers, like why aren't people watching me? And then I would like hop into other streams that had like 15 viewers, and I would just sit there. I wouldn't comment or anything, but in my head, I'm like, yo, I'm better than this person. Like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, why do people like them? But
Are you talking about
that's
the Chicharito Twitch? Were you on his?
nah,
Like,
man,
damn,
fuck
why this
him.
was off so
Fuck
much
no.
Man, people like him because he's already famous, man. Once you're famous
Yeah,
and you want to get
I
on
was fucking with
Twitch,
you. I was
it's
fucking with you.
easy. No,
Like,
but it
he's
was
not
just
that
like,
good. How the fuck he has so
yeah.
much? Fuck.
Brun always tells me when I'm gonna play with him or something. I'm like, dude, I'm too good for that dude. He needs to stick to practice or something. Bang some goals for us. But
Well, keep going. My bad.
no, you're good. But yeah, like it's just don't worry about the numbers if you're so like fixated on how many people are like tuning in and how many followers you got. You're just gonna have a bad time. Just turn off your analytics, bro. Just go live and just have fun. Look at your chat and that's it. And then just meet other people, bro. When you meet other people, especially other people that want to stream that are struggling, when you become friends with those people come back and support you. You know, as long as you're looking to, make friends and not, just use that person for an extra viewer, because that's pretty fucking shitty. But yeah, dude, just get yourself out there, put content everywhere as well. You can't just get on Twitch and expect to blow up. You gotta, put the grind on YouTube, put the grind on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all these social media platforms. If you're not doing that, you're not gonna grow. I started posting on YouTube not too long ago, and I've seen a lot, growth on there, and that comes back to my Twitch. So, and then in terms of your question with like on a budget,
Setup,
can you,
yeah.
yeah, can
Setup
you?
from like from an okay budget one to I know you have a pretty good setup. I've seen the pictures. I think Kevin has commented on your pictures, and I'm like, man, how can I go break into that fool's house?
Yeah, yeah. Good luck, dude. We conceal and carry over here, man.
Hey, if you go, Manny, I'll give you $100 for his mic.
Yeah, good luck, man. Good luck. But I mean, do you need the
If
stuff
hold
that
on,
I
if I
have?
go, I'm taking that Pokemon card, whatever he was posting
Nah,
that
hold
he
up,
was
hold up,
crying
hold up.
over. That he was crying
No,
over.
no,
I'm
no,
gonna go
hold
take
up.
that.
That's gonna be worth a lot of money one day. That's probably worth more than my setup in like 10, 20 years. So
All
no,
right,
don't
talk
do
about your
that.
setup, and then talk about that Pokemon card. I'm gonna go steal.
Hey,
All
let's see
right.
it, bro. Let's see it.
I'll show you guys in a little bit. I actually opened some cards not too but like long ago. I've been told that I have the best pack luck. I've already like quadrupled my money in what I've invested. But in terms of setups, I mean, you don't need much. Do you need what I have? No. Like you don't. I like technology. I got it. It's like a little like hobby that I got into. So I want the best of the best. But if you want to grow, you got to invest in yourself. I mean, I'll ask you guys if there's another podcast. Say I had a podcast that had shitty audio. Are you guys gonna watch? No, because
If you're shirtless, yes, but no.
yeah, I mean, you're not gonna sit there and listen to somebody with really bad audio or somebody who has a really bad camera. You can't even, it looks like they're recording with a potato or they're playing on really shitty graphics.
Hey, homie, why you looking at me like that, man? Shit, leave me
Who?
alone. Fuck me.
I'm looking at all y'all. But I mean, if you want to start on a budget, like my ring light's $10, my webcam is like $40. The mic that I started with was like $80. I was using two monitors is just ideal. You get two monitors for about $120 a pop. PlayStation, a console everybody already has, but capture card and like a streaming PC, you can do it all for like under $1,300. And then if you know how to like coupon and finesse people, like get on these apps that like people sell like used microphones, you could like knock them down a couple 20-30 bucks. You can do it. It's just like how much time are you gonna do like surfing the web and looking for people that are willing to negotiate.
Yep.
But
Soon as that stimulus check, everyone's gonna get their streaming setups.
oh
Y
dude,
los taxes también, dude.
bro, when the
Yeah,
first
well-
stimmy hit, I went to go buy some stuff for my computer. Nothing was there because everybody was using the stimmy check for a computer.
Well, now everybody's on stock, so you don't have to worry about that.
Dodge
Shit.
to the moon. So whoever's
There you go.
watching the dang stream, I need y'all to go invest in some Doge, okay?
Everything's going to the moon. Motherfuckers have
dude.
no gas in the car, but they're going to the moon.
Exactly. I need y'all to go invest in some Doge. Make me rich so I can go out to California quicker. But yeah, I mean, you could do this shit with like $1,000 minimum, as long as you already have a console. If you don't have a console, then you're looking at another $500 to that.
And then,
All right, that's
is there a one thing that you recommend, like say something, a piece of tech that you use for your stream that maybe it's not necessary, but you have that you would recommend to someone?
A custom mechanical keyboard. Like
What
mine's
color switches do
expensive.
you use?
I use Gateron Milky Yellows on mine that are lubed with like some lubricant. I'm not gonna get into that because it's a whole different like little hobby. But the reason why is if you're always at your desk and you're always using the keyboard, when you use a high end one, it just makes you like you do yourself a service. Is the way I look at it. People don't understand it, but when you type on it every day, you realize it. That or a good pair of headphones, like these headphones right here. Like I listen to music, I use it for gaming. So either headphones or a keyboard.
All right, that was tough. Yeah, because all I use at Walmart those $10 fucking Bluetooth mouse and shit. Now you're trying to tell me I need a better one.
Oh, mice is just whatever you want, but I would not recommend Bluetooth anything from Walmart. You could get like a $30
damn.
gaming mouse from Best Buy.
So you guys hear that? Give me gift cards somewhere else.
I got you. Christmas this year. I'm gonna bless some G's.
And then moving on to Cheezy for Cali Classics, like what's your ultimate goal? What's the vision that you have behind Cali Classics?
And talk about your designs. Some of your designs are pretty badass, bro. You have Sub-Zero. I saw you come out with Pikachu. You have some other gaming stuff. So that's pretty tight. How do you come up with those designs on your own? You brainstorm them with a team.
I pretty much come up with the ideas with myself. I try to pick out certain things that have impacted my life. Like Pokemon was with the Pikachu design. Pokemon was, one of my things that helped me out with depression and anxiety. It was like that game to help me out. Um, I have a Overwatch design with Lucio, and that was back when I was trying to become, competitive in the Overwatch scene. I also have the Sub Zero. I played in junior high, going to the laundromats and putting in my quarter and play Mortal Kombat all day. So all those ideas is coming back from my past, and then the ideas I'm coming up with now are like an homage to just my childhood and some stuff that I'm getting into like recently, like as of now. Hmm.
Are you an artist? Do you sketch it out? Do you just that? Because trust me, because I try to do some stuff, and that should be like, what the fuck am I doing, bro? Yesterday I was looking through some edits that I did like in 2019. I was like, what the fuck, man? I kind of obviously I've grown a little bit better. I'm not gonna say I'm fucking really good because I still do everything off my phone, but I was like, damn, I posted this shit and I did this. Like, damn, I never should have done that. So do you edit, like, do you sketch it out yourself? Because I seen some G's that they're pretty good with that pen, man. They're pretty good with that shit.
So me on paper, I can sketch something out, sketch a rough draft of what I want, and I would send that rough draft over to an artist that I have, and he's got that magic touch on the tablet. So pretty much, I do the sketch, and then I pay someone off to do all the fancy work.
And then for like Galaxy fans that maybe want to start their own brand, or start something like that, what advice do you give them?
For someone who's starting off as a brand, just know that the same ethics you have as a G as and a supporter, put your heart and soul into it. Uh, Love, passion, loyalty. You want to create that fan base, that the just create a connection with your fans, with the people, your consumers. You want to build that bond so people could come back to you as like, damn, this guy's putting out some stuff that I like. So I have a little bit something for kids. I have stuff for the hardcore G's, for the just the random fan. So just gotta have a little bit of everything for everyone.
And I think I agree with you on that. That it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you do it with a passion. And once again, it's not about the numbers that you're gonna get, but maybe just that one or two people that are gonna keep following you. If you get that one person to actually believe in what you're doing in, that's it. That's a win. But as long as you're happy with no followers, hey man, you're happy. That's what I think, and that's why I think where I come up with some stuff like, hey, if somebody follows, great. If they don't, well, that's great too. I'm doing what I'm doing, and that's like what you said right there. Just do everything with passion.
As long as you're happy, bro, ain't nobody can knock you down.
Exactly.
Hallelujah.
And then Kylo, you got involved with Liga G. How was your experience with Liga G?
Touch on first season. On first
First
season.
season, well, at the time I had just gotten into pro clubs. I didn't really play FIFA like that. I haven't enjoyed FIFA since FIFA 13. Everything after that's been absolute dog shit. I hate this game. Like I genuinely don't enjoy getting on to play, but I've made a commitment this time to, finish out the matches. But first, Scott messaged me saying, "Hey, I have this idea. You know, you're the only streamer that I know that's doing this consistently. Do you want to help?" And I was like, I said yes. Just I didn't care about the exposure. I didn't care about anything. I just wanted to be invested with the people that are the Galaxy fans. I did it for the fact that I can meet people that I can talk to. That way, when I go out to an away game or to a game, I'll know people. So I was like, yeah, dude, I want in on this. I don't care about, you know, using me to stream and do this. I don't care about that. I just care about meeting people. And so the first season was mad fun. It started off just like, who wants to get on Wednesdays to fill a team and just go in and the divisions. And then by like the third or fourth week, we had too many people. We had to make like 4 different teams. It got to the point where, it kind of turned into its own little league with like 6, 7, 8 teams or something like that. And now we're like double that or something. But first season, it was in. I mean, it was just a bunch of people that just kind of like, all right, what do we do since we have so many people just sitting on the bench trying to play one game? So it turned into a league, and it was just mad fun. I like how competitive it is. I think my favorite part though about all of this is that you see the creativity behind a lot of these people that are just fans, dude. The artwork, the graphics, like Pineapple Brad's dude, my man's who does that
Albie.
does all that work. Spectacular job. Just the creativity, man. It's almost like I'm living my life that I was dreaming of when I was a kid, that I was going to be a pro player. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at these tweets. I'm like, hey, yo, bro, technically this is as close as I'm going to get now. I'm 25. This is dope. And it's awesome that like people are supporting it, and like the little fake drama that happens and people just go along with it. I think it's dope. It's so fun, especially with like COVID and everything, and you don't have nothing to do. It's such an awesome thing.
Yeah, based on what you said right there on the creativity and stuff like that, me being like helping out to try to do creative, and you look at like a Pineapple Brass, Barcelona. Like obviously, I'm bringing out some new teams because I think there's more content now with teams going at it for the
Yeah.
gear. Uh, you know, you have to take different angles. Like you're like, wow, that guy did that. What can I do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think week one winner was DOG because they came with those guys that were talking. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, these guys made players talk. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the shit is this? Like, I haven't seen this all three seasons. And they made the whole Jorginho, the way they talked. I'm like, somebody had to sit there and actually start talking to make this shit happen. I was like, that's tight. I like, that's fucking, how am I going to beat that? I had an elotero, fuck it. I was like, I'm going to create that motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy to see at where it's gotten to and how competitive it gets. Like at the end of the day, it's just video games, but like damn well that some people that are playing this that can't play anymore because they're either too old or they got a bad knee. They're getting on and they're like, oh, I'm whipping ass today. I just find it fun. People be tweeting at each other, stirring up the pot, and I'm just sitting in the back like I don't talk smack. I've never really talked smack, so I just get
I'm
on
always
and
gonna talk
play.
smack. Fuck that. I'm always gonna talk smack, and I get mad when I lose. Fuck that. I do. I don't care. I don't care. If it's fucking on heads or tails. If I lose, I'm fucking mad. I'll
I know
fucking
you.
kick.
I,
I'll
I
kick
know
that
you.
quarter if I lose.
I know you were mad when I balled up against your team. Just saying, I did my thing.
Sucks.
We'll touch that in a little bit. We'll touch on that in a little bit. Now, Cheesy, now obviously you got also got involved based on being a sponsor for Liga G. How do you, out of like you said, a sponsor, see this creativity based on both leagues, and you're being a part of both leagues? How do you see that as a Galaxy sponsor and collab with people? That's something that you enjoy watching on Twitter?
Oh, I fucking love it. You guys are funny. You guys are the banter that you guys create on Twitter is like funny. It's like legit like real teams. It's like how the MLS does it. When fucking Galaxy beats some team, you got Cosmo with this fucking little luchador kicking little monito out. So it's kind of like that vibe was like, okay, you guys are trying to go for that the memes. You guys are something. The creativity's there, and I enjoy it. It's a good show.
Yeah, it's funny because like a lot of us are learning this stuff, like how to do that, and I think that's what helps us out. Is in saying that you're gonna learn something, like you might look at your Twitch or you might look at your brand, that you have time to try to come up with more ideas and push yourself to learn something else that you don't know. Maybe run an online store, maybe do some prints. You know what I mean? Who knows?
Yeah,
my fa-
exactly.
my favorite thing is the jerseys, man. The jerseys are
Yes.
so sick. I'm gonna get my Cosmo one framed because it has Kylo. I'm gonna get that framed. The G Empire one it's in the works. That one's pretty dope. I gotta get that one framed too because I'm a Star Wars fan, so I was like, it has to happen. I think that's the only reason I'm playing this season was because there was a Star Wars group of guys, and I was like, I don't care how shitty this game is. I'm gonna play with y'all.
Yeah, I think the jerseys is awesome, bro. Because
Yeah,
I
dude, it's
think
so
think
dope.
like a lot of almost every team is either has one or is creating one, and I can just imagine the stadium when we have EMLS
Yeah,
nights.
and it supports
Everybody's gonna be rocking their jersey, and that's
yeah,
gonna be tight as hell.
yeah, and
From Liga Galaxia to yeah.
it supports a fellow business out there too. That's dope. It's so dope.
I agree with that. It's grown. I wasn't a part of season one, but seeing what was going on, I think I was like, man, I want to play. And then now second season I was playing, but I was having fun, but it was like whatever. Now it's like real life. Like I want to win. Like Manny said, like if we lose, we get a little bothered. So I think that's really cool. But let's touch a little bit on Liga Galaxia. Yesterday was their last game day because they're going into the playoffs now. Um, Things got pretty good. Basically they were going into the last game day. So Star Lords they clinched number one. Cosmos was number two, and Effort was number three. That couldn't change no matter what. But that last spot, that was the one that could have been some change. So Escuadron Galactico went in holding on to that last spot with no games remaining. And they needed Cosmos to win their series against Guardians of the Galaxians. Guardians of the Galaxians, they end up winning the series, so they took that last playoff spot. So I think it went down to the wire. So the four teams that make the playoffs was Star Lords, Cosmo, Effort, and then Guardians of the Galaxians. Cheezy, since you are the sponsor for Star Lords, how do you feel about them going into the playoffs? Do you think they're the favorite to win the championship?
And if do they have anybody that's gonna on their way that's gonna stop them, and who it is? Do you have any?
Yeah, it's Adrian. Adrian's gonna kick ass. He's gonna win it off for it's gonna take the cup home.
50 goals, man. That's crazy.
Golden Boot winner.
Yeah, and Golden Boot. I owe him a shirt.
I think he probably won it for 2 seasons with those 50
Yeah,
goals. You know,
Back to back.
yeah.
and you
Damn.
know what?
I
I didn't
would have gotten
ask.
a red card. I'm telling you right now, I would have gotten a red card, tried to injure him. I would have. I don't care, bro. If my player's able to throw elbows and he's scoring 50 goals on me, I'm out there fighting him. As soon as the whistles, I'm out there fighting him. I'm like, you're not getting nothing, bro. Get your red card.
You really want that shirt, don't you?
Yeah.
So
Now,
basically, it's gonna be the team that was first place, Star Lords, versus the fourth seed, Guardians of the Galaxians. Then Cosmos versus Effort. What do you think about those series, Manny?
uh, first of all, I want to say I'm disappointed in Escuadron. I had you guys going into the final. You
People were
guys let me
coming after you
down.
because of that.
Yeah, people were coming after me. Come at me, but that's you guys let me down. I'm telling you guys right now, you guys let me down. Straight from the stand, you guys let me down too, man. I was on you guys' Twitch. The streams are fun, but y'all got to get this together. Like Mark Jackson says, come on, you're better than that. Hopefully, you guys do some recruiting for season 3. I guess they're going after. And now on the matchups, I've seen Guardians play against Starters before. They've given them a good game, but we're talking about playoffs. This is where it's time to shine. And both, coming off a golden boot, I think he's trying to make a back-to-back championships. So on that series, I'm probably gonna have to give it to Boat and Star Lords and their squad. Now, Effort and Cosmo, I seen Effort played against Straight from the Stands. They look decent, but I think Straight from the Stands gave them a hard game. So I'm gonna go with Class Trends. I think he's gonna put it together. I think he has. I think it's his time to shine. I think he wants to prove the Cosmo brand that they can win a championship, and hopefully he gets that.
Yeah, and because I believe the playoffs start, I believe Saturday, and then if I'm not mistaken, on Monday is gonna be the final. Yeah, so the semifinals is on February 2nd, and the final being February 4th. So I think that's gonna be something really really exciting to keep an eye out.
Yeah, and I think
Um,
they're gonna stream it on the Galaxy Twitch also. So what I mean. Expect them to do something. I know they have some pretty good broadcasters or some pretty good streamers on their side. So expect something pretty cool from them and tune in, man. Show some support for them, and hopefully it's a good playoff match. That's drama. Everybody likes drama. If there's upsets, great. If there's not, if the number one, number two go at it, hopefully it's a good final.
we won't be on until there's a champion already. But Manny, who's that team that you think will be the team to win the championship?
Favorite, obviously, is Star Lords. If I had to pick up that dark horse out of the four, even though they're not a dark horse, but I think they've struggled against big games, is Cosmo. So, I'm gonna give it to Class Trainer. Hopefully, he pulls it out. I think he deserves it for at least somebody that helps create a league to win something.
And then Kylo, just I'm not sure if you've been able to keep up with that league, but is there a team that you think would win? Who do you think would win the championship?
I'm gonna go with Cosmo, man. Just because it's Cosmo. You know, I don't know how the Xbox guys look, but I gotta support the people that gave me somewhat of a platform on Twitch. So I got my money on Cosmo, the OGs.
And then Cheezy,
Oh, Star
Star
Lords.
Lords. Okay, you know what? Like you say,
You want to talk
Manny.
about your collab with Star Lords? Because I know you guys have something going on with your
That shit's dope, by the way.
with your Star Lords
The,
stickers.
hey, that's confidential right now.
The collab that you guys
Uh,
put on Twitter, fool.
I only came here so I wouldn't get fined.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right there. I saw the stickers and I saw the shirt. I know there's gonna be a winner on the Twitch. Shit, we know all that.
Yeah.
Twitter don't be lying.
So we got a collab going on. We just wanted to give back to the G's. So little giveaway, for the fans, people who tuned into the streams. I believe we're gonna announce the winner on stream or before the stream.
You have to be
For
on
the next one.
you have to be on the Star Lords playoffs stream, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So for you guys to enter, you guys have to be on the playoffs in the playoff stream or something like that.
And then they have
That's
a
right.
separate another giveaway. Basically, for every sticker that you buy, you get an entry for their jersey. And I believe the stickers are $8. Those jerseys look pretty cool as well. So if you haven't entered that, make sure you guys go to the Star Lords Twitter and help out with that. I think it's something cool. All these stuff that these teams are doing. But let's go ahead and transition into Liga G. Kylo, you were talking a little bit about what you guys played, our team Galacticos. Go ahead
Are
and
you on that team?
I was on that team, and I'm not sure if that was the game I got kicked out, but I got kicked out on one of the games. I don't remember which one it was though.
Oh yeah, my internet's a bitch. But
Well, talk about how you got into the G Empire. You know what I mean? Because you said that you were off of Cosmos, you were taking a
yeah, dude,
season
I was done
off,
with the game. I
and you
like,
hate FIFA.
yeah,
and,
dude,
and all
mhm.
that. And how did you come? Did the dark side call you or what? You were
So
sleeping and then
no, so like I had like every time I played, I had fun with the Cosmo guys. I love each and every one of them, but I just hate FIFA 21, dude. It's such a bad game. I like if you sit here and argue and tell me that it's a good game, I want whatever your supplier is giving you because you're off the pipe. But I saw that there was a G Empire, like a Star Wars based team on the horizon, and I tweeted at them for shits and giggles. I was just like, "Hey, y'all need one? Or like, it's my time to come out of retirement." And they hit me up on Twitter like 2 weeks later, and they were like, "Yo, do you want to play with this?" And I was like, "Fuck it." I mean, I regret, like, I don't regret it, but I just regret saying yes because like I hate playing this game. I don't have fun on it, but those guys are dope. They're Star Wars fans, and like again, most of them are G's. So just meeting new G's all the time is a dope thing.
that's what I was saying. Like you didn't know any of them
No, I didn't know any
going
of
into
them.
that team, right? Because all you pretty much would know is the Cosmos side, right?
Yeah, I only know Cosmo in terms of the league, but I didn't know
How did
anybody.
they embrace you?
They just hate that I can't talk on the mic. But I was like, yo, Cosmo, like they won the league. They won every game I played with them. They won. So, and I didn't have a mic.
So you say that ain't my problem.
Exactly. I know. I'm not bad, but I'm not the best. I can do my job well. So if
You do your job, I do my job. Hey,
exactly.
tell
There
them
shouldn't be a
like,
problem. It's like playing like with an international player. Like when I was in college, dude, I had friends from like fucking Brazil and shit. They didn't speak English. They didn't speak Spanish either. So I was just like, all right, bro, you know how to play the game. So that's all. That's all we need.
soccer universal language, baby. As long as you know how to play,
Exactly.
that's all it is.
Yep. But
Um,
yeah, so they just kind of said, I played the first day that I got on with them, we were just tearing it up. We have a lot of work to do. For the league to be, maintain the top 3 spots, especially with like Rhino and Senor Papa. Those guys are killing it in the in this league. But so yeah, we got a lot of work to do. We're not perfect, but it's a good group of guys. I like each and every one of them.
I got some Borat checks on the chat. I don't know if you know the history between them, but
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
some bad blood between Boracheks and some of your G Empire players. They're saying no angle, no problem from the player Tank. Got down with the Empire from
Yo,
Mr. Plow. You know what I mean? You know, they any chance they get, they're saying FTE. I don't know what the hell that means, but
look, I'm gonna say something, bro. In Chicago, we like to say we smoking on that pack when we smoke somebody. You know what I'm saying? And they're next. We gonna roll them up, bro. And we all in my lungs, man. I don't care. I don't know what bad blood. I don't talk my shit, but I ain't worried about nobody. They're what? I can't even hear them down there at the bottom of the table, so I ain't worried about it.
you know
You
what?
know,
I'm gonna be excited about that game because I am gonna be one of the commentators for the Borachek versus G Empire game. So you know me, I'm gonna spice it up. I'm sorry,
man.
bros, but I'm
We
gonna
not
be.
worried about Barachos. We worried about Senor Papa and Rhino. Those are the good teams. You know, they're the but
And
right
Chief,
now, dude, they're down there, bro. I can't hear them down there. They can type all they want in there, dude. I can't hear nothing.
what is man? We're fighting for last place. I don't know what you guys are doing between us and CD Angelino. Man, who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen this
Yo, we
Sunday?
we smacked them too, man. I got an assist, got my goal in. You know, had to do it to jalapeno.
Now, Cheesy, now do you follow the league? Obviously, you do. Do you have a favorite team that you cannot be biased that because your friends play there, but do you have a favorite team that you like to watch or something like that you feel like, hey, these guys have potential? Who's your best team and who's the one that you don't like? Hey, put it out
Uh,
there
Best team, Pineapple Breads.
because it's Star Lord, so affiliation. Come on, man, pick somebody else. Try
Uh,
some drama.
uh,
You can say
mm,
Galacticos. Don't worry about it, bro. You're right here with us.
the
You within family.
the Chunchos fools, or is that the Xbox
That's
ones?
That's
Xbox as
Xbox.
well.
Then the Empire ones, the Star Wars ones.
Oh
No,
man.
Rhino Pill.
Dang.
Uh,
It's because they are they supplying rhino pills? Is that why?
that's why, and my shit don't grow, dog.
Just to go over the standings real quick, we have Senor Papa. That's the undefeated team, 12 points. Behind them, we have G Empire with 9 points. Beer Belly 9 points as well. Rhino 6 points. DLG 6 points. Walnut and Borachek 6 points as well. And then 3 points for Barcelona and Pineapple Brats. And then fighting to get the first win is Galacticos and CD Angelinos. Manny, what could you talk about right now about the standings? What's your opinion so far?
My opinion so far, I don't think there's been any game that's been really like bad. I think that there's a lot of competitive games that could go either way. Uh, I know we lost to G Empire, but I think that was a good game.
That was a really good game.
We lost to Barrage Checks. That was a good game. Um, Senior Papa and Rhino, I think we gave them a good game too. That if we just get a little bit of breaks, maybe we turn around the game. But that's the way FIFA rolls with us. And then our goalie be on crack. So I don't know what the hell he be doing. But you know what? I kind of wish that right now, since we're 0-4, we play CD Angelinos. You know what I mean? Like, see who wins that one game and that talk between, hey, you guys are in last place. You know what I mean? But we're gonna see we face our Walnut. But I think overall the competitiveness within all the teams, I think is pretty good. You know, so I enjoy it. Even though
Can,
we're in last place, I enjoy it.
can someone cue me in on the whole Barachos and like GM? Because I personally don't know what's going on. I know like they beat us in a friendly when we were just like barely
Oh,
starting.
bro, there's history. They're like it's like kissing cousins, bro. It's like there's history behind this.
Y'all gotta like, explain it to me, man. Because I
All right.
like
So, bro, it all started with Borrachos Athletic Club. It started with me, a couple of people of us, and then the Nag Boys, and a couple of people of them, right?
yeah.
So then after that, I took a step back. I took a retirement, and then Tony, which is G Empire, stepped into my role, and they became Borrachex.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I came back, I went to Barcelona, and after Barcelona, I created Los Galacticos with my nephew. And then I guess after season that they didn't win or something, you had a couple of people from Barachek, which is Swasso, Tony, and Caruso, and Spinny left Borachek, and they said, hey, you know what, we want to win, and you guys are not winning, so we're going to create our own team. And they started the G Empire, and then the Borachek said, well, hey, what the fuck? They're all in the Nag Boy, so who knows? They're going to start fighting. It's just drama, man, between them. and I like it. I'll take it.
Yeah,
I want to see
I,
it.
I see they're in the chat talking about tell them how much we beat you guys by, and we have 3 wins against the L Empire. All I'm saying is, yo, can you bring me up the standings one more time, dude? I forgot what place we're in and what place they're in.
Man,
You
hey,
know,
shit like this, shit like this. This is what I'm
yeah.
talking about. This is what we live for, baby.
Yeah, I'm saying I like, they're typing in the chat, but
But you know what? I think
they
this
down
is
here.
what
What?
makes it fun. All this and but you know what? I think it's still super early from the teams we played so far. The only team I felt that really outplayed us was Senor Papa. Their strikers were good. They were pretty much running circles. But every other game we've had, like I personally with Galacticos, I feel when we play them again, it could be a different story. Like against G Empire, I had the header to score right, and that last play, I'm a center back, so my guy has no shooting points. But I had the tie and go. I thought I was offside. I looked at that replay over like
It went
20
wide.
times, and I was on. And then I'm like, man, because I don't have no skill points for shooting. But I feel like Manny says, it's so competitive that the second time around it could be different. Like if these series were like before, where we play like 3 times, it could go back and forth. Because I just feel it's so competitive.
And the funny thing is, like, as being competitive, we're also bringing in new generation G's. We have Kevin's brother-in-law, which is 12 years old, that actually made his debut on versus Broadchecks and G Empire, and he was all into it. He was all into it, making he was enjoying it. Do you guys have any side bets going on? Because I know I have $100 with Senor Papa that we're gonna beat them and the arrogant score in the series. So I'm down right now with 2-1 or 3-1. I'm down three
Three
one.
three
So
one.
fuck, I need to win the next game. If not, I'm fighting everybody in my team. For making me lose $100. Brun already talking smack to me. He's DMing me
Man, dude,
every day. Every day he
hey,
DMs me every day.
look,
What's the score?
let me tell you something, bro. You just let Brun talk out his ass because you ain't winning nothing, bro. You just let him talk. Let him just speak into the air, bro, because he's not gonna stop. I know Brun. That's
Uh,
who he
do you
is.
guys know of any bets, Cheezy? Are you willing to take any bets on any type of Pro Cup team, to either Liga Galaxia or Liga G, that you like? Hey, I'm willing to make some money, because there's rumors that Vegas might hit Liga G.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not I'm not putting my bets on anybody because I need my money to buy my Pokemon cards. I'm addicted and I need every dollar that I can to buy all these cards that are coming out. So
Hey, what if we had a quinela? Wouldn't that be fun? You guys
yes,
know what a
sir.
quinela is? Like, hey, the weekend, everybody puts in $5, and the one that wins takes the pot.
Okay. Hmm.
That would be cool.
Hey, throwing it out there, Scott. Throwing it out there, Scott.
And then Manny, Brun is saying that something about then you guys have the final bet, a bet for the
Oh
finals.
yeah, the final bet. So technically I have $200 against Brun. So the other $100, if you guys were in the Galactico Zoom party, you guys would have seen all of this go down. Any other more, but that stays in the Zoom party. I think we're gonna set up another one that got pretty after dark, and that shit was
And
interesting. It
just
was
real
fun.
quick, shout out to everyone that was on because we were on for 5 hours. We hopped on at 8. We got off like at 1:30.
Not because we ran out of stuff. We just Everybody just got a little bit drunk, especially me. And then I was just making bets with Brun. And so the next bet is that Brun said that he was gonna win the league. By all means, I told him $100. I'll take the league that he's not winning. I'll take anybody else from the table that he's not winning. He's like, I'll bet that. So if I lose the Galactic Empire, I'm saying that we're Galacticos. If I lose the series against them, I'm fighting that team. And if they win the championship, I'm fighting the whole league. So, you know what I mean? I might come out bruised in case you guys see me next time. I might get jumped, but just know I'm going after you guys if we lose.
And
That's
then
wild.
Manny, can you touch a little bit about Sunday with that special podcast?
All right, so we're trying something new that we did on the Liga final last season, and we're gonna have broadcasters. Um, our Sunday's gonna be our first one. We're gonna have Corner of the Galaxy, a Hammer from also Broadchecks, and we're gonna have guestmen come in, and they're gonna broadcast the game versus Galactic versus Walnut part. It's gonna be live on the Liga G Twitch at a different time than the regular season schedule, I believe. So everybody can tune in, and they're gonna commentate on the game, and they're gonna hold the whole broadcast system for it. And I think we're
Oh, we
gonna
play
do,
Barachos.
and then we're gonna do some other games also as seasons go through.
So we have the schedule on the screen. So night one is Sunday. It's gonna be Galacticos against Walnut. And then night two is gonna be Thursday, February 18th. That's gonna be a double header. Senor Papa versus Pineapples, and then DLG versus Barcelona. And then Sunday, February 28th, it's gonna be Beer Belly versus Rhino and Galactic
That's gonna be a good
Empire
game.
versus Voracek. I think there couldn't be a better game to have on that stream than Galactic Empire and Voracek. I think everyone talking their stuff. I think it's gonna be fun to be able to watch that game.
I'm gonna make this clear right now. I don't have any beef with anybody on that on Baracheks. All right. So if y'all, for whatever reason, magically win, don't tweet me. You're gonna get blocked. I just get on to play. That's between y'all and my teammates.
But you gotta have your
We're
teammates
not
back
gonna
though,
lose.
right? You gotta have your
Oh yeah,
teammates
yeah.
back.
If somebody swings on the virtual pitch, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Chicago. We get down.
Now, if that was a thing like hockey, in hockey games you could fight, and if that was a thing in FIFA 21,
They need to add it, bro.
how many fights would we have already?
Dude, I've been since last year, bro. I've been saying that they need to add that as a feature, bro. Where like instead of like just leaving a game and quitting, you just start a fight, like just punch a player and just more people would stay in games.
They won't rage quit, huh?
Yeah, no more rage quits. You just swing on somebody and just hope for the best.
Hey, Cheezy, are you planning on catching anybody on stream? Do you watch anybody on stream on Liga G?
No, pineapple breads, bro. Gotta watch my boys.
You know
And
what?
then-
I like Albie's video that he does all that. He makes it seem like a whole movie going into the game, and that's tight. That was up. My shit looks like an infomercial. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh shit.
And now let's go ahead and transition a little bit into some Galaxy talk. There hasn't been much going on, but yesterday was confirmed that Perry Kitchen has left the Galaxy. He's going to Columbus. Cheezy, what's your opinion about Perry Kitchen leaving the Galaxy?
Oh, that was a hard one because he was also helping out the backbone of our defense. So he's a strong defensive midfielder. So seeing him go is like, it's a tough one because who do we got? Jonah? Jonah's really not. He's all right at defending, but Perry Kitchen, he was a shit, bro.
You know what? I think him leaving opens up money to bring down Jonah to Tam, if that's their goal. Then I understand that way. But if their job is to keep him as DP and bring somebody else in, they should have brought in that one guy from Will Trapp, right, from Miami or something like that. They could have brought him. They could have brought him in. They had Ring also that played that position. That was younger, like a younger Perry Kitchen, but they didn't do none of those moves. So I don't understand what's going on with the front office. And Perry Kitchen was also available a lot of the time for GVS.
And I think the general like Galaxy fan, the majority didn't appreciate what Perry Kitchen did. Because I was seeing online a lot of people, oh, that's good that he left or whatever. I feel that they didn't appreciate all that dirty work he did. Like you say, he was the backbone to that defense. Even though he was a defensive mid. Do you guys think that maybe Carlos Harvey is an option? His loan is over and there hasn't been any updates. But do you guys feel that Carlos Harvey could be a good option to take his spot?
Kylo, what do you think, bro? Chime in.
I mean, personally, for me, like with everything that's going down, I feel like we're losing more players and bringing players in. I know we've called up a couple of Galaxy 2 players, and the youngsters on at the youth level, the ones that play in the second division, those kids can ball. So I think it's dope that like these people are leaving, and although we're not getting any big signings, we're pulling up a lot of homegrown players. But
You feel it's 2017 all over again with all these homegrown?
Hey man, I love the whole homegrown concept personally. But I think with Kitchen leaving, if we're not signing somebody, that could be really bad for us because we're already limited on defensive options as is. Unless we're gonna make like a super signing for somebody in the back, dude. I don't know. It's definitely something.
We have some people in the. We have what Eddie and Brian said about Harvey. There's a no go. You know what? I'm in a little bit opposite. If Jonah is healthy and he's actually going to produce this season and play for most of the game, let's say 75 at least percent of the game, and you have a young Harvey coming in just for those 25%, I'm okay with that. But if we're gonna have Jonah missing half of the season and then have Harvey out there, no, that ain't it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be a weird season. It's gonna be in that rebuild where you're gonna see a lot of like inexperienced kids playing at a high level, and I know that the G's fans are very adamant. We want to see results. You guys have seen them winning consistently. I think you just gotta, if we're gonna be playing a lot of like youngsters, bro, you just gotta get on. Instead of like tweeting at them and complaining, you just gotta. It's a whole different you know
We gotta support no matter what,
Yeah, you
man.
gotta. So especially the kids, bro, the youngsters, if they're getting on, because like I said, we bully Chicharito, bro. Like, and I mean, with all due respect, I mean it was deserved. After a while, he just wasn't producing, and it like Bingham, that trash can. You guys were letting him get at it. But I think
Rumor has it that the Galaxy Twitter is a big bully at players, and then when they do it,
yeah,
everybody laughs.
I mean, I think as fans, like if you're gonna wear the shirt, you better you know what entails. You're coming into a team that's known for winning, for being the best. So if you're getting on the field and you're not showing that, like I don't care if like bro you're not meant to win every game, but if we're losing 1-0 and you already gave up, dude, I'm pissed off. And I'm gonna tweet at you, and I think that's what a lot of fans did last season. I think like with youngsters though, you got to be careful, man, because if you start tweeting at them, saying that they're garbage, that's not gonna help a young player. They're gonna, you know, they're inexperienced. You gotta, be like, yo, like, you could do better. You could go about it differently. But
But I think that comes back with leadership in our team.
yeah, that
Los
too.
veteranos that like they're gonna teach these kids how to actually become professionals. I think we were at the Watts, the East Side Rise mural for Kobe,
Yeah,
and we had Dunbar and Julian there with Kobe, and you can see Kobe Jones talking to them left and right on how to handle people right now with this pandemic.
yeah,
People are trying to get stuff signed, and he was telling them like, no, you gotta wear your gloves, you gotta wear your mask. He was bringing them to the side like, hey, this is the way you gotta go by your business. And I think that's the leadership that we need in that locker room. That's gonna teach these kids how to become professionals, how to
yeah.
handle that bullying that we do, because I'm not gonna say I'm not involved in that because sometimes I am. Uh, but you know what I
I mean,
mean?
it's okay to bully. Like, don't get me wrong. I think like
Fun
in
bullying.
yeah, I think like as an experienced player, bro, if you're coming into the Galaxy and you just don't give a fuck when you're on the field, by all means, like I think you should like the Galaxy Twitter, can have at you.
What do you think, Cheesy, about these homegrowns?
It's good to see homegrown players, but with these homegrown players, are they going to still have that like Julian Araujo mentality? Give it balls to the walls, because that boy right there, that's a G. He represents what a G is, giving it, all for the crest. Not
Off
these
of
other
the yeah,
fuckboys.
agree.
I
And
think
Mhm.
and off the pitch because I think he does a lot of good stuff for our farm workers out there. And you know, I mean, that's the G. That's a straight up. I think he's embraced
Yeah.
the city. And
But
that's what's up.
if you look at all the youngsters though playing at the Galaxy too, like all those guys care about that crest, bro. If you ever, I peeped a couple of games because I got a homie that's playing for Landon Donovan, and just watching their games, bro. Those boys put up fight, they put up heart, and I think that's what we need. Fuck the inexperience, bro. Like I think if
You
you're
can ball,
willing
you
to
can ball.
play, yeah, if you can ball that, and just if you're willing to just leave it out on the pitch, bro, and just die, literally put everything on the line for that shirt, I'll take that over, the DP that ain't producing because he's throwing a little fit or something. I don't
You
know.
know, a lot of people give a shit about the 2017 season, but with all those kids, but we lost a lot of games. But those guys were diving and tackling people, fucking even try to hug them. They were just, they were not trying to lose. They were actually trying to
Yeah,
win. And
yeah.
unfortunately, they just didn't have that talent on the field to
yeah,
win. But you did not question their hustle. You did not question their fight.
And even
And
yeah,
now,
now,
for example, going player by player, I feel it's a little more balanced. There is a youth movement, but I feel there's a little bit more experience than there was in 2017. Like Giancarlo Gonzalez, I'm not the biggest fan, but someone that does have experience. You have Jonathan, you have Sebastian Leggett, you have people that have experience. Even Julian Araujo, even though he's young, he has 2 MLS seasons under his belt already. So I
And
think
he's playing like
it's a
he
little
has like six.
yeah, so I think it's a little different where there is that mixture. But so far there are 7 roster spots open, and that's if they don't sign the 2 players they drafted on the draft. Do you guys think and do you guys believe in the front office that they could bring quality players with those remaining spots? Cheesy, what do you think?
Fuck no. With RFO, no, no.
To me, it all
Because
depends who's calling the shot. Greg Vanny has came out on supporters Zoom calls and interviews that he's calling the shots for the players. We all know that coaches have said that, and totally the opposite is what they sign to what they're used to. So, like I said, with 7 spots open, we'll see what kind of signings they get because there's rumors we get,
We're getting
Jovinko.
Jovinko, dog. We're getting
Yeah,
Jovinko.
you might get the other Gio too. So you never know. They might mess up on the name because they said that Jonah might play better with his brother here. I think that's bullshit. But I could at least wear the Gio jersey back to the stadium if he does come back. But you know what I mean. All depends on who they start signing. I actually like Villafana signing. You know what I mean.
That's right.
I think that's a Greg Vanny signing because he is a hard-working player and he does fight on the field a lot. And I think that's the type of defense that he wants to make.
Went to high school with that fool, dog.
and then pretty much with this current roster and they say like Cheesy said he doesn't trust or believe on the FO bringing quality players to fill out the roster. So let's say that this is pretty much the roster. How do you guys feel going into the season? Is this a playoff team?
No. No.
You know
Fuck
what?
it, I'm gonna say yeah, bro. We were in no playoffs last year, so fuck it. I'm gonna say yeah, we're in playoffs. Fuck it.
Me as a
Okay.
Galaxy fan, I always want to believe that we're gonna be a playoff team, but I just feel like there's players that left the team and we haven't replaced them. Like, yeah, we could say anything about Joe Corona, but who has replaced them? Perry Kitchen, no one has replaced them either.
We still don't have a
Johnny,
cam.
yeah, Johnny wasn't good either, but who has replaced them? We haven't replaced them with starter caliber players. Hopefully the youngsters that we've gotten from the academy they're able to come in. Like I would like to see Dunbar. I would like to see him start. Because what I saw from him last season, I from the limited minutes, I actually liked what I saw. But Kylo, how do you feel about the Galaxy going into the season? Is this a playoff team or not?
I mean, to me, it comes down to the coach. I think the problem with the last coach is he didn't really. I didn't know what the fuck he was doing. I questioned his subs. He reminded me of everything at Barcelona. Our current situation with our coaches there. He didn't know when to make subs. He made subs at the last 5 minutes when the game was already lost. Like he had no game plan. As long as our current rebuild has a specific goal in mind of how we want to play our football. And if the boys, the experienced players and the youngsters, are on board with the coach, I think we can compete. Playoffs, I don't know, man. There's still Seattle's still a good team, and some of these guys that have been consistent for a while now. So I'm just looking for a team that's just gonna that plays good football and makes it enjoyable to watch games in and out. Because I think it hurt more seeing last season the Galaxy look good after the MLS is back tournament or whatever. Like you got false hope. You're like, oh shit, like something clicked, and then God knows what happened after those 5 games. I also want to see Augustine Williams signed. I don't know why he hasn't been signed. That dude's a baller.
Let's touch on that. What's your opinion, Cheesy, about Augie Williams?
Crack. That's all I gotta say. Crack.
That dude is a baller.
Yes.
You want to know how I know he's a baller? My homie who plays for San Diego, he was like, yo, this dude can ball, bro. And my homie's good. He was just like, this kid is good.
But I also think that transition between G2 to MLS, we've seen Zubak light up G2 like nothing, and then he's out there doing circles but not good circles at at the first team squad. He's out there doing fucking Cinderella shit and missing the
Bro,
ball. You know what I mean? He's like a whole different player that you don't see in
I
G2.
don't know, man. Hold up. For me, Zubac ain't even a footballer, bro.
But if
Just
you were to see him in G2, you would think like, hey man, why is this guy not getting first team minutes if our forward's not scoring? But you know what I
yeah.
mean? It's a different transition. Now going based on the GBS in the locker room, I have a theory now that I hear more people talk about it. With Dom there in the coaching staff, doesn't that put you like in a bad position as a coach? As you coming in to try to establish a mentality, like saying like GBS, he wants to settle this mentality and he wants to do something for the team. Even Greg Vanny, but then you have Dom there, that players connect with him, and if they don't like what the coach is doing, they go to Dom. That's like the dad and mom. Oh, I'm not getting something from my dad. I'm gonna go to my mom.
But that was the
And
issue even when Siggy was here. It was the same
correct.
thing.
So like that's what I'm saying. So how can that be fixed with that? Because the Galaxy like to have Dom, which is the great coach. Don't get me wrong, but he's always there, and there's always like somebody like, does Klein go to him behind their back? Does the coach go to behind? You know what I mean? Like, hey, if I can't get my point across, to a player, I don't have my FO helping me, backing me up. So how is that? Do you guys get what I'm saying? Kind of? No, maybe so.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not getting my point across through to this player, I can't bench him if he goes to the other guy, and then the other guy goes to tell this guy, and then I'm in the middle as the head coach, because now the player goes to somebody else that he's confident with, because he may not tell me exactly what that player's feeling. Especially when you have your staff, hey, you gotta go talk to the coach. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Yeah.
The easiest thing would be not bring back Kinnear, but I'm pretty sure he'll be back. So from there, I think it's part of the culture. Pretty much, Greg has to make it like, okay, I'm the guy here, but I think Greg's gonna be a little bit more on the cool side than what GBS was. So I think that would change a little bit. But I think a perfect example that proves your point, Manny, is Klinsman was starting a goalkeeper, and once GBS leaves, Kinnear starts Bingham again, and it's because of the experience or whatever. But it was because also maybe Dom didn't agree with what GPS was trying to do, or maybe like you say, Bingham went behind his back and didn't think it was fair that he wasn't starting anymore. So I think that kind of proves your point a little bit.
Yeah,
But
because look, when Bingham got benched, he didn't show up to the game on time. He was like one of the last ones to ever show up to the game, because we were at the stadium,
yeah,
and we were like, oh, Bingham's not starting, so he's not going to show up early, and he didn't. You know what I mean? How is that? Like, you know what I mean? How are you not going to show up on time at your job?
and
And
especially
I think
like
and I think Eddie brought up a good point that maybe they haven't signed Augie because of the international spot that he's going to take.
I think it's that, and honestly, I've seen them play, but I think he's better than Subak. But I feel as long as Subak's with the team, Augie Williams not gonna get called up. I just feel that's it's not similar players, because I think Augie Williams is a better player, but I just don't see them bringing him up as long as Subak is with the first team.
All I'm gonna say is if he performs again for Galaxy 2 and he doesn't get called up, and if he does it again and another team snags him, we're gonna be pissed. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna be really pissed.
Well, if you look at
Well,
his Twitter post, like he's kind of like yelling for that spot. Like he's starting
Oh,
to get
he's
a little
playing his heart
frustrated.
out. Like
Yeah.
I want this spot. Like I can do it, and that's what I like about the kid. Like the kid plays with so much heart. But I'm saying is, if he does this again for a season and he doesn't get called up or even given a chance, a player that young who's like that talented is gonna like. If another team comes knocking that needs a striker, they're gonna be like, "Yo, we'll give you playtime." Well, and I feel like if you're a team in the MLS that's willing to take a gamble with an international slot with him, and he performs, like I feel like he would perform because he's like, "Well, you're putting your faith in me. I'm about to bang these in for you." Because like if you watch the dude play, like he's a natural goal scorer, and he's miles like mile. I don't know how Zubac even got into the first team because the
but you
dude's
also but
garbage.
you also have to look at the competitions that you're playing with, right? Augie Williams won't be able to play U.S. Open Cup in the beginning stages. You know what I mean? To start getting international spots as they advance in the settings. Now, if you don't have a forward, who are you gonna play in the kid? You know what I mean? If you let go of
Yeah.
Zubac, and you bring him up, you technically have two international
But are
forwards.
you really losing anything with Zubac though?
No, but I'm saying, but like I say, for a U.S. Open Cup that can get you to a quarterfinals before you start using to your international spots.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess
You know what I
sure.
mean? You're trying to get a CCL, and if people say that U.S. Open Cup is probably like the easiest way to get in there, because technically you can get your internationals coming into quarterfinals, semis, and finals.
Yeah,
So if you have a good American based team in the beginning stage, you pretty much set yourself there.
yeah.
Yeah, interesting stuff. But you know what? We're gonna start wrapping it up. We've been going at it for over an hour and a half. But before we start wrapping it up, Manny, would you like to touch on a giveaway we're gonna be having?
Oh yeah, so I don't know if you guys follow us on our socials. I hope you guys do. And Galaxy Outlaws, we just took some recent pictures with a photographer, Darwin. He's selling out some prints. So if you guys want to check out his prints, it's is you want to put out his Instagram. He has some pretty cool pictures of downtown, of scenery, of a lot of stuff. He has some pictures of us, and we're gonna raffle out some two prints for him. It's gonna be that throwback picture that he has of all the jerseys, kind of. So stay into our socials. We're gonna give out what are the rules to join, and I think we're gonna give it away next week.
Yeah,
So stay tuned. That picture is fire. I like that picture, man. I'm gonna try to win by myself.
and
Is
then
that against the rule? Is that against the rule if I enter?
and then
He's
Cheesy,
gonna rig it.
how can people get in touch with you? And for those interested in buying merch from you, how can they get that?
So if you want to reach me out, it's going to be at MLG underscore cheesy 121 over on Instagram and Twitter. And if you guys want to follow my brand, it's going to be caliclassics.co over on Instagram and Caliclassicsco over on Twitter.
And then
Any final
if
thoughts before we go though? Anything you want to say? Cheesy.
Stay sober.
And then Kylo, where could people get in touch with you? And any closing remarks that you want to shout out?
Uh, I mean, you can find me on at who is Kylo on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. If you want to follow my personal Instagram, that's citymade underscore. But everything else is at who is Kylo. Follow my TikToks. I like to do them little thoughty dances on there. You know, if you want to see that.
Do that
Uh,
drop challenge or whatever.
yeah, dude, the silhouette one, dude, I killed it. I'm cheeked
Nah.
up, brother. Nah, but yeah. If you ever want to hang out on the Twitch stream, man, I'd appreciate it. You know, you help me. It doesn't cost anything. You don't have to, spend a single dime as long as you have internet. You can come hang out. You know, get to know me, get to know some of the people within my community, and then just yeah, I just want to thank you guys, man, for having me on. I had a blast.
What
I
days
feel
do
like
you
I was
stream?
doing this for like 10 minutes. You said
What
what?
what days are your streams?
Dude, I stream every day.
Okay, perfect.
The grind don't stop.
And then
But like I
Manny,
said,
oh go ahead, Kylo.
yeah, like I said, I just thank you guys for having me on and, talking to you guys and just thank you to all the G's out there that have accepted me, even though I kind of went to an Atlanta game before I ever went to a G's game. I kind of hate that. I mean, I had fun, I'm not going to lie, but I got stupid drunk. I don't even remember the game.
As long as your blood is G, bro, and it shows. And I
Dude,
think,
it's going to show when I go out to LA, man. I got 3 free flights, bruh.
and I think your body of work, with our community, that's what shows for us. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I got to hit him up again. I want to do another charity stream soon.
Yeah,
It's been a while, so
and I
look
think
out for
that's
that.
that's a way through our hearts. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Just
Doing
you guys
that
are all
for
good people.
that. What's up?
And then Manny, any closing thoughts from you? And where could people get in touch with you?
You can find me on Twitch at Manny2_G. Final thoughts. I want to tell you guys thank you for the stuff that you guys are doing, obviously for our community. I appreciate you guys. Just keep it up. Anything I can do from our side, and anything possible, you can count on. You can count on me. That's it. You know what I mean? You guys have a G for life.
And then I just want to thank you guys, Manny and I appreciate the support. We appreciate having you guys here with us as well, Cheesy and Kylo. We're really happy to have you guys on. But all those that keep up with our podcast, we're really happy to have you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe because once we do reach 100 subscribers, we are gonna have another giveaway. We're still working on the details for that. But yeah, thank you for being on, and then tune into Liga G this weekend. Galacticos about to get our first win this from the season, so make sure you guys tune in, and then we'll be
And
back
tune in
next week
Liga
as well.
Galaxia playoffs.
And Liga Galaxia as well. Make sure we all try to support them, and then we'll be back next Friday at 9:15. So thank you for being with us, and you guys could get in touch with us at Community G on Twitter. But we'll see you guys next week. Thank you for being on.